what I see a lot of is what's called fight or flight. People fighting, critical, or people pulling away. And if we look at this in the certain dynamics of the relationship, we can call it the hailstones and the tortoise dynamic. One person is often throwing hailstones, being critical of the other person. The other often pulls away and goes into a shell like a tortoise. And what happens over here is the hailstone person thinks, oh, I'm not being heard. The other person's not responding, they're just putting away. It's because I'm not throwing enough hailstones. So they start throwing more hailstones, becoming more critical and louder. The other pulls away more. It gets worse and worse, and they get more and more lack of communication. Now, that is not the only dynamics. You can get people who are two hailstones, who are both being highly critical, or you can get two people who are both tortoises, and they're starting to pull away, and there's no communication at all. None of these methods work. What does work is something which is totally counterintuitive, and that is to listen and seek to understand the other person before you try and feel that you've understood yourself. To do this, there's a very powerful tool which is used in imago therapy, which I use, which is called mirroring. Mirroring is when one person, before answering or replying to the other person's communication, they repeat what the other person has said to check that they've heard the other person. But let me give you an example. Just say one person is upset that the other person is leaving their dirty cups around. So in the negative communication, one person will say, you're leaving your dirty cups around if it's irritating me. Negative communication is, no, I don't, or you do the same, defense or attack. Over here, the person reflects back and paraphrases what's being said and says, let me see if I understand what you said. That you are saying that I'm leaving my dirty cups around and that's irritating you. And the other person, they check the other person to see if they've been understood. The other person says yes if they are, or rephrases if they haven't quite got it. And then we try the other way around. Both people start to listen to each other. They don't have to agree. And they can even have a compaction for where the other person's holding. Through that, we can form an ability to understand the other person's world. And that in itself brings a calmness and an ability to go forward to work out towards a solution.